I never imagined I'd be sitting here recounting this part of my life. If someone had told me a year ago that the woman I adored would one day look me in the eye and boast about how she had me under her thumb, I would have thought they'd lost their mind. Yet life has a way of ripping the blindfold off and forcing you to see the truth. What I'm about to share is the night my world unraveled, the night I saw my wife for who she really was, and the night I told her to leave my home. It began like any normal evening. I came back from work drained, expecting dinner and maybe a quiet movie. My wife, Clara, was already there, sipping wine with this smug little smile. At first, I brushed it off, but there was something in her demeanor, like she was basking in some hidden victory. Later, when her friends were over, I joined them in the living room. That's when I heard it. One of her friends teased, "You're lucky, Clara. He does everything for you." Instead of brushing it off politely, Clara leaned back with a smirk and said something that carved itself into my memory. "Of course he does. I control him with intimacy. He knows he can't refuse me." Everyone laughed. Everyone except me. I sat frozen, her words echoing in my head. Maybe she was joking, I thought. But then I caught her face. She meant it. She was proud of it. Something inside me cracked. For years I had worked myself to the bone to make her happy, buying her gifts, planning trips, putting her comfort before mine. I believed that was love. But in that moment, I realized those exchanges weren't affection. They were manipulation dressed as intimacy. I stayed silent until her friends left. The house grew quiet, but inside me there was a storm raging. Clara poured another glass of wine, humming, oblivious. Finally, I asked, "Is that really how you see me?" She looked amused, brushing it off as a joke. But then she doubled down, grinning as she said, "Well, it's not really a lie, is it? You do everything for me. Because I know how to keep you in line." That was it. Years of swallowing my pride, of bending until I nearly broke, it all reached its breaking point. I stood up, calm but firm, and told her the words I never thought I'd say, "Pack your bags. Leave my house." At first, she laughed like it was a bluff. But when she saw my face, her confidence faltered. She tried every tactic, guilt, anger, pleading, but it was all hollow. She wasn't upset because she'd hurt me. She was panicking because her control was slipping. I went upstairs, grabbed a suitcase, and placed it in front of her. "Pack," I repeated. For the first time, she looked at me like I was a stranger. Maybe I was. The man who used to fear standing up to her was gone. She packed in silence, muttering weak protests, but I was done listening. When she finally walked out the door, I didn't collapse in grief. I didn't beg her back. Instead, I felt something I hadn't felt in years: peace. That night, sitting alone in the same room where she'd humiliated me, I understood something important. Love is not control. Love is not about using intimacy or affection as leverage. Real love is built on respect, trust, and partnership. And the moment I told her to go, I finally began to respect myself again. People ask if I regret it, if I regret ending my marriage in a single night. My answer is no. Because sometimes the hardest truth is the one that sets you free. And if you ever find yourself in a relationship where affection is used as a weapon, remember this: you don't have to accept it. You don't have to stay. You can walk away, reclaim your dignity, and find peace in the quiet that follows. Thank you so much for watching. If this video touched your heart or inspired you in any way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.